The new channel. The new channel. Hashtag TNC Now.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following shows are those of the host, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
大家下午好，新年快乐 Welcome to the new channel. Our passion transforms a community that sees all things new. OK， 我叫蔡丽华，我住在 Tarlac City， 我是一个妈妈还有女商人。And you guys are watching Season 1, Episode 3 of the Chinese New Year episode of the Passion Show. Okay, so again, my name is Princess, okay, and I am a mom entrepreneur from Tarlac City, okay? So, wow, today is another exciting episode, and again, happy Chinese New Year, everyone, 新年快乐. Okay, so I'm so excited to be doing this show again, of course, with one of my co-hosts, of course, my partner and my friend, Kuya Ony Carcamo.
Okay, abay, magandang hapon ha. Gua ID. Alam ko Gua ID. Tama ba? Ano ba ibig sabihin ng Gua ID?
I love you, that's in Hokkien.
So Gua ID sa inyo ha, mga viewers. Hindi ako marunong mag-Chinese pero tama yung sinabi ni Ces, no? Special yung ating episode ngayon kasi Chinese New Year na, no? Next week ba, Ces? Anong araw bang Chinese New Year?
I'm not mistaken but it's February 1, no? I'm not sure lang
Ganun, no?
anong date.
Tama. So, handa mo na yung mga angpaw mo. Handa mo na, sis, ha? Okay.
So,
dahil Chinese New Year yan, kaya excited kami. Alam mo, sis, ito, totoo to, ha? Nung pinlano natin tong topic natin, ang ginawa ko, alam mo, I revisited my family tree. Okay. Tingnan ko kung meron akong blood ng Chinese eh. Abay, meron pala. 1/16 of my blood ay Chinese. So 1/16. Ikaw ba, sis, ano bang composition ng dugo mo?
Actually, ako rin, no? Meron akong Chinese blood kasi ang grandfather ko is a mainland Chinese, no? And ever since even my mom, no, lahat ng traditions, practices na napass on to her. Until now, we celebrate Chinese New Year especially. Sobrang special yan sa amin. So,
tama. Wow. At least, mas Chinese ka, mas marami kang Chinese blood kaysa sa akin. Ha?
Kasi pulang-pula ako yun eh.
Pulang-pula ako. Medyo mapusyaw yung pula ko eh. Wala akong mahanap kanina sa kabinet eh. So, eto na lang. Oy, nga pala, baka malimutan natin. Basta ang topic natin, mga kaibigan, mga kapasyonista, ay ang Chinese-Filipino, Filipino-Chinese at negosyo. Yan dalawa na yan. Okay, alam mo sis, sakto kasi negosyo pag-usapan natin. Naisip mo, magandang negosyo ngayon. Parang kinakati-kati ko magnegosyo dahil yan topic natin. Alam mo, masarap magandang negosyo ngayon.
Okay, so, isa yan sa mga actually exciting na maisip natin, because every Chinese New Year we sort of consolidate, ano ba yung mga industries more or less na magiging, lucky for the year of course, for this year, for the year of the tiger, no? I think one of the industries talaga na I would see really growing this year would be, of course, the health and wellness sector. Would you agree, Kuya Ony?
Malamang. Alam mo mga Pilipino, marami tayong selebrasyon, di ba? Meron tayong mga New Year, di ba? Marami tayong New Year dito. May Pasko ng pagkabuhay. May mga piyesta, di ba? So puro kainan 'yan. Alam mo na, pagkainan, taba. Taba next dyan. So tama. Fitness and health, di ba? Yun ang magandang negosyo, di ba? So yun ang topic natin, ha. Chinese-Filipino, Filipino-Chinese at negosyo. At marami tayong matututuhan dahil meron tayong special guests. Yes.
Oo
Ano
naman.
ba ang background niya? Sige nga.
Alam mo, excited ako kasi actually very last minute to, no, Kuya Ony, na
Tama,
kaya her.
nga.
Pero of course, we're very thankful for her presence right now. What I have researched about her is talaga she is actually part of Bahay Chinoy. Bahay Chinoy sa Manila, no? Actually, Kuya Ony, I was there before, no, when I was in high school.
Ako hindi pa. Okay,
Ang ganda ng Bahay Chinoy. Nakaka-overwhelm kasi ang ganda ng culture, the Filipino and the Chinese culture together,
Tama.
and ever since naman Filipinos and Chinese, they're very much friendly to each other, diba? So, napakagandang friendship ang meron ang Filipino-Chinese.
At ito, enthusiast siya, no? Pagdating anything about Filipino-Chinese, di ba? Kaya tama-tama. Pakilala natin para makausap na natin, di ba? Okay. Sige. Mga kapatid, kapasyonista, aming special guest ngayon, ha? Ay, taga Bahay Chinoy.
Drum roll.
Okay, Maya C. Maya, sige lang, Maya. Direk, nasaan na ba si Maya? Maya.
Magandang araw. Taikeho, yung hisin ni. Yung sinabi ko ay Hokkien version nung sinabi ni Princess kanina.
Okay. Again, welcome. Welcome dito sa show namin ni Sis.
Glad to be here.
Salamat sa yung pagpayag. Okay, sa interview natin. Sis.
Okay, so Maya, okay, welcome to the new channel, of course, and to the Passion Show. No? So, actually, sobrang excited talaga ako to have you in the show because I'm really also very interested with the Filipino-Chinese culture and relations, no, ever since the time na, kailan ba nag-start? And could you bring us back to, how it really transpired, that Filipino-Chinese background? Give us a bit of...
Mahabang-mahaba yung kasaysayan natin with relationship with China. Bago pa dumating ang Kastila, 500 years bago tayo natunton ng mga Kastila, may kalakal na tayo with Southern China, no? Barter trading. So inaaral natin 'yan, 'di ba? Inaaral natin 'yan mula elementarya na meron tayong barter trading with the Chinese bago dumating yung Kastila. Tapos over the centuries, pagdating ng Kastila, kalakal pa rin yung ginagawa nila, pero medyo natigil or nabawasan yung pagkalakal na direkta para sa Maynila or direkta para sa Pilipinas kasi yung kalakal galing China, dadaong dito, sasakay sa galyon, tas pupunta na ng Mexico and then Europe. No? So yun yung naging connection natin. So makikita natin dito kung gaano kahalaga yung mga pulo ng Pilipinas in terms of international trade. Hindi pa naiimbento yung salitang globalization. Globalization na tayo. Hanggang sa yan. So yung buong kasaysayan ng Pilipinas, kami sa Bahay Chinoy lagi naming sinasabi na sa bawat yugto ng kasaysayan ng Pilipinas, may bahid yan, may kasama yan na mga karanasan ng mga Chino at Chinoy dito sa Pilipinas.
Okay, so I actually really like the term globalization, no, Maya, because it's something that, it brings us all closer together, no, kasi even if we're geographically apart, no, that doesn't really mean that we have to be also physically, no, I mean, apart, no, really with our relations towards each other. Okay, so Kuya Ony, meron ka
Yeah.
bang mga...
So Mea, no, papasok na tayo sa papasok ng World War II na. Ito na. World War II na. So ano na eksena ng mga Chinese niyan? Nagpasukan na ba sila rito? Nagpunta na sila?
Nung panahon ng Kastila, no, dumating sila sa Pilipinas kasi kalakal para sa galyon, pero pumunta rin sila dito para punan yung puwang, no, kasi yung mga Kastila, 'di ba, pagdating nila dito, sila yung mga boss. Yung mga Filipino, yung tinatawag nilang Indio, nandito tayo in a sense kasi agrikultura. So, butas yung gitna. Pag pinag-uusapan natin na ekonomiya, butas yung gitna kasi walang laborer, walang merchant. No, wala yung gitna na yon, yung trader at saka yung laborer. Lalo na yung skilled labor. So, yan ang nag-migrate yung mga Tsino dito nung panahon ng Kastila para punan yon. So, kunyari, pagkakarpentero, hindi yan napupulot kung saan-saan. Natututunan yan, no? Kasi skilled labor siya. So, dahil nandito yung mga Kastila, gusto nilang magtayo ng gusto nilang gumawa ng plaza. Gagawa sila ng munisipyo, ng eskwelahan, ng ospital. Gagawa sila ng mga simbahan. Kailangan nila ng mason, ng karpintero. So, sino ang skilled labor niyan? Maraming Tsino yung nagpuno nung gap na yon. No, sila yung gumawa niyan. And then, sila din yung mga trader, yung maglalako. Pag sinabi nating, medyo kasi pag sinabi mo in English, merchant, parang ang social pakinggan. Pero ang totoo, panahon ng Kastila, ang merchant nila ay paglalako. No, naglalakad araw-araw para maglako ng paninda.
Dapat pala hindi merchant march, nagma-march.
Pwede. Yun, hindi po social, no, hindi po kasosyalan yung pagiging trader nila. So panahon ng Amerikano, patuloy lang yung kanilang pagiging merchant. Pero nagkaroon tayo ng mga ilang batas galing sa mga Amerikano na nagpabago ng kaunti doon sa pagtatrabaho ng mga Tsino dito sa Pilipinas. So, hindi na sila actually pwede sa labor. So, kunyari, houseboy ka dati, hindi ka na pwede doon. Kailangan merchant ka na. Kasi yun lang ang pinayagan ng mga Amerikano na Tsino dito sa Pilipinas. So, meron silang batas for that. World War II, patas tayo lahat. World War II, bago dumating ang Hapon sa Pilipinas, nauna na sila sa China. So 1941 sila sa Philippines, 1937 yung sa China. No? So nauna na sila doon, maraming mga migranteng Tsino dito, umuwi talaga ng China kasi magsusundalo doon para lumaban sa Hapon. Pero nung sinakop tayo ng Hapon, nagbalikan sila dito kasi, teka muna, bahay din namin yan, amin din yan eh. No, parang taga-riyan din kami, taga-Pilipinas din kami. Marami kaming mga kaibigan dyan, mga pamilya namin. Dyan na kami kumbaga second home. Yan na yung pangalawang second motherland na namin ang Pilipinas. So dapat laban din namin yung kalayaan ng Pilipinas. So ang daming nagbalikan para maging guerrilla. No? So magkasama tayo mga Filipino tsaka yung mga lolo namin na guerrilla during the war. Yan. So, ayan.
So, yun na. So, paano na pumasok yung negosyo naman? Paano yung pagiging negosyante nila? Paano pumasok na? Dito.
Pagiging negosyante, so yun yung isa sa mga, madalas yan maitanong sa amin sa Bahay Chinoy, no? Na parang, Chinese ka? Magaling ka siguro magnegosyo. Ano negosyo mo? Diba? Parang meron tayong madalas na assumption na pag Chinoy yung kausap mo, may negosyo siya. Noon, totoo. Before 1980s, totoo po siya. Meron naman siyang batayan sa kaysaysayan. Ano yung batayan niya? Kasi yun lang po yung pinayagan. No? So, ayon sa mga batas ng bayan, yun lang yung pwede nilang gawin. no? So, balikan natin, 'di ba? Bago dumating ang Kastila, kalakal. So, negosyo. Pagdating ng Kastila, hindi naman siya puro negosyo kasi maglalako. Pwede nating ituring na negosyo yung paglalako, 'di ba? Kasi sarili naman nila 'yon. Mamumuhunan siya ng kaunti, magtitinda siya ng kaunti, meron siyang kikitain. Pero marami din sa mga ranggo ng mga Tsino, laborer. No, anong laborer? Kargador, um, houseboy, barbero, driver ng mga karosa, magsasaka, mangingisda. So, nasa labor sector, labor and service sector, no? And then, yun nga, tapos binanggit ko kanina, panahon ng Kastila, panahon ng Amerikano may batas. So, yung batas na yon is called Chinese Exclusion Law. Anong sinasabi ng batas? Ang sabi ng batas, kapag ikaw ay Tsino, pwede ka lang pumunta sa Pilipinas kung ikaw ay merchant or son of merchant. So, kilala niyo po ba yung pangalan na Mamonloc?
Yes.
Yan. So, anong negosyo ni Mamonloc?
Siyempre, Mami Siopaw.
Correct. Pero, hindi po siya, ganun lang ang trabaho niya dito. Yun ang naging negosyo niya dito. Pero sa totoong buhay, professional teacher siya.
Okay.
Professional teacher siya in China, pero sabi ng Amerikano, pagdating niya dito ng 1930s, hindi ka pwedeng mag-teacher kasi Chinese ka. So, negosyo ka lang. Anong gagawin niya? Hindi siya pwede magturo dito, di magtitinda na lang siya ng mami. Bakit mami? Kasi yun yung nakita niya na kaya niyang gawin. Diba? So, yung mga migrante during the American period, talagang papatusin kahit anong negosyo na pwedeng pasukin kasi migrante sila. No? So, kailangan nila yung trabaho, kailangan nilang mag-ipon ng pera kasi may mga pamilya sila sa China na binubuhay. No? So, kahit anong pwedeng gagawin. Kasi kailangan mag-ipon ng pera. It's exactly the same mentality as OFW. Yung sa atin, no, yung mga Filipino, ang OFW natin, kahit anong trabahong meron, basta meron. Kasi may binubuhay na pamilya dito. So, noong araw, tayo yung greener pastures. Ngayon, tayo na yung nag-export. Ibang bansa na yung greener pastures natin.
Yeah. Ses?
Okay, so Maya, I can totally relate to you because yung mom ko, nagkukwento siya sa akin about yung father niya. Nasabi niya, yung father daw niya, he actually traveled from China through a boat. Actually, parang illegal, immigrant, no? And he actually went hiding in the mountains. Kasi I think at that time, it wasn't really that much accepted. Parang ganun, no? Till siguro kung if you're a merchant or laborer. And at that time, wala naman siyang alam. Hindi naman niya alam kasi dayo siya. Until that time na lang na, I'm not sure, Maya, if I am correct, no? Was there such a time in the Philippine history wherein it was really that kind of, medyo isolated yung mga Chinese na mga dayo dito na hindi makapagsimula kaagad due to some restrictions with nationalities? Parang ganun.
Depende po kung saan sila mapapadpad. Kung panahon ng Amerikano, una, napakahirap pumunta dito. Talagang restricted. So, kunyari, yung lolo mo, kung wala siyang kamag-anak dito, wala siyang mapupuntahan dito. Kasi sabi nung batas ng Amerika, merchant or son of merchant. So, bago siya pumunta dito, kailangan muna niyang magbigay ng proof sa American government na negosyante ako. May pampuhunan ako pagdating ko ng Pilipinas, ito gagawin kong business. Pag wala siya nun, kailangan naman niyang i-prove na nandyan yung tatay ko sa Pilipinas, nandyan na siya, so pwede ako pumunta. So, nung panahon na yon, maraming naging paper parents, no, paper families. Ang bilihan ng papeles doon sa mga baryo sa China, sa villages, no. So, let's say yung lolo mo, wala siya talagang kilala dito, pwede siyang pumunta sa kapitbahay or kapitbaryo, pwedeng manghiram ng papeles na, huy, uncle, pwedeng hiramin papeles mo, kuya, ako yung anak mo.
Oo.
Yan. So, kung merong legal doon, edi legal siya papasok. 'Di ba? So, may mga ganong nangyari. Kasi, bakit? Kasi desperado yung mga tao. Kailangan nilang pumunta talaga dito para magtrabaho. So, kahit ano gagawin talaga nila para lang makapagtrabaho, makapaghanap buhay.
Okay. Mea, so paano naman papasok yung yung stereotype nga na yung mga Chinese Filipinos magagaling magnegosyo, like 'di ba meron tayo na si Uncle Henry okay. si Tito Lucio Tan, 'di ba? Sila Gokongwei, 'di ba? Bakit ang gagaling nito mga to, 'di ba? Sila Tony Tan Kakyong, 'di ba? Ba't ang gagaling ng mga Filipino-Chinese? Saan pumasok? Ano ba kwento niyan?
So, yung para dun sa mga matatanda, yung generation na yon na mga Taipan, yung isang equalizer sa kanila kasi is World War II. Na lahat sila nagsimula zero. Parang lahat sila, parang World War II kasi naging patas lahat na lahat tayo wala.
Nag-reset.
Oo, nag-reset. So, sila yung nagkaroon, sila yung may vision, I guess, na eto gagawin ko to. Diba? Kung binasa mo yung mga storya nila, talagang sunggab sa pagkakataon Kumbaga, they were at the right time, at the right place. No? So, yung opportunity na yon, na-maximize nila yon. No? And in terms of bakit feeling natin puro negosyante? Una, so panahon ng Kastila nga kasi talaga lahat negosyante sila. Pero sa panahon ngayon, bakit puro negosyante pa rin? So, nagkaroon tayo ng isa pang batas noong 1954 na ang sabi, Retail Trade Nationalization Law. So, nung panahon ng Amerikano, sabi, lahat kayo dapat merchant. So, retail, nagtitinda-tinda. Pagdating ng 1954, sabi ng batas ng Pilipinas, Republika na tayo, hindi na kayo pwede mag-retail. Retail Trade Nationalization. So, ang pwede lang mag-retail, dapat Filipino na. So, hindi na kayo pwede. No? So, maraming mga Tsino at that time, mga migrante at that time, ano gagawin namin? Diba? So, lumipat sila. Kailangan nilang lumipat ng business. So, marami sa kanila naging import-export, pumunta sila sa manufacturing, or nag-wholesale. Bakit ganun ang moves? Bakit ganun yung moves? Bakit di na lang sila bumalik sa China? Kasi, 1954 yung batas natin, pero 1949 nagsara ang China. So, yung kasaysayan ng China, nagsara sila ng 1949. Wala tayong masyadong back and forth. Yung mga pumupunta dito after 1949, mahabang biyahe at medyo peligro yung biyahe nila kasi iba kung saan-saan sila talaga dadaan bago sila makarating dito. So, 1954, biglang wala na silang gagawin. So, ngayon, alam mo yun, kapit ka na sa patalim, kailangan mong maghanap ng ibang gagawin. Kasi wala ka namang ibang pupuntahan. So, yun yung mga naging direksyon nung trabaho. But in the same manner, hindi pa rin sila pwedeng gumawa ng non-business related. No? So, hindi sila pwedeng mag-teacher, architect, engineer, lawyer, doctor kasi professional education yan, professional jobs na kailangan mo ng lisensya. Pag kailangan mo ng lisensya, ayon sa batas, kailangan Filipino citizen ka. And hindi sila Filipino citizen. Until 1975, na nagkaroon tayo ng mass naturalization campaign, so pinadali yung naturalization para maging Filipino, tapos binabaan yung presyo. So by around 1980-ish, I would say 90-95% ng mga Chinoy sa Pilipinas nakakuha ng citizenship. So after that, kaya pwede ako mag-professional teacher kasi naging citizen yung magulang ko. Yan. So pwede na kami ngayon tumahak sa professional life at hindi na kami naiipit at nakakulong lang dun sa negosyo mentality.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
so wow, yun
Yes,
pala yung story, no, Kuya Ony, no, why
Yeah.
talaga the Ninong Lucio Tan, di ba?
Ang mga ano namin yan related kami dyan.
Talagang
Push ka lang.
oo nga pero talagang it's really something na that we really can be so inspired about, no, na no matter talaga, syempre I would say naman kahit entrepreneur ka or you're an employee, di ba? You could still really go with what you really are passionate about, di ba? So now that you are freely, you are free to do that, di ba? So go for it, no.
So, yeah, Mea, siguro gusto namin makita, madinig sa'yo yung pananaw mo, no? Anong magandang lessons ang pwedeng makuha ng mga Pinoy viewers natin dito sa mga Chinese-Filipino na to na naging successful dito sa kanilang pagninegosyo? Anong mga lessons ba yan?
Ako, pulutin natin yung mga leksyon ng migrante. OFW man yan or OCW, Overseas Chinese Worker. More of leksyon ng migrante na kahit saan ka mapadpad, yung sipag at tiyaga, no, na isasalalay mo yung buhay mo sa sarili mong kakayanan, na meron at meron, no? Maraming ibang mga factors kung bakit hindi tayo umuusad at hindi tayo umuunlad, pero yung character trait at yung paniniwala natin sa sarili, no? Feeling ko malaking bagay siya. Pero yung ganong klaseng character trait, ganong klaseng katangian, hindi po yan nadadala sa lahi. No, yan ay universal character traits. Universal character traits yung pagiging masipag, pagiging matyaga at pagiging tapat, pagiging upright, no, pagiging upright sa buhay. Meron tayong Chinese saying kasi, if you stand upright, pag tuwid kang nakatayo, hindi ka mag-aalala na yung anino mo tabingi. So that's a Chinese saying. And ako personally, lagi ko yan yung isa sa mga isinasa buhay ko at saka talagang isinasa puso na pag tuwid ang iyong pagkakatayo, di ka mag-aalala na tabingi yung anino mo. So, parang life lesson.
Maganda ha. Alam mo, Ses ha, bitin na naman kasi alam mo may klase pa tong si Mea may nagtuturo pa to sa De La Salle, nagtuturo pala siya. So medyo bitin ang ating kwentuhan. Ayan mo, some other time, Ses, imbitahan ulit natin si at pakikwento natin sa kanya pati mga buhay nila, ang mga uncle namin, kwento mo lang sila. So again, Ses pasalamat tayo kay Mea.
Okay, so Mea, we just like to thank you so much, no, for your knowledge of this topic and talagang truly inspiring us to persevere, no, to no matter what field we are at, no, talagang, diba, sipag at tiyaga ang kailangan natin at huwag tayo, syempre maging matapat tayo mga mamamayan at manggagawa, no, sa ano man ang
tama. So,
thank you so much, Mea, for
Mamaya.
Maraming salamat din po.
Okay. Salamat salamat. Oy, shout out kay Xiao Chu. Salamat sa iyo, Xiao Chu.
Hi, Xiao.
Pinakilala mo kami.
Hi, Xiao, si Ania. Thank you.
Oy, salamat. Magbabalik po ang The Passion Show. Magbabalik kami Mea, salamat Balik kami.
Okay, so TNC is a live stream platform of all-night shows for people on the go. Please watch all our shows as seen on screen. Imagine having your own show, your own playlist, your own content, but we make it easier for you. TNC aims to transform the lives of our viewers through engaging, authentic, and original content. Our vision is to become a global 24/7 live stream channel that showcases Filipino talent, global influencers, cultural intelligence, and ingenuity. You can watch this passion show every Thursday at 5:30, and you can watch it on replay via Facebook or YouTube. Follow us on IG, listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Just search hashtag TNC now. For sponsorships, please email now at thenewchannel.com or send us a DM. Enjoy these life-changing shows because we made them just for you. Okay, so wow, what a fruitful first part of our show. And of course, now I'd like to dedicate a song for all of you guys for this very special Chinese New Year episode. Of course, I'd like to start with this song because this song is such a traditional Chinese song. It's a classic Chinese song that, you know, even the young and the old knows. They know how to sing this song, and this is entitled Mo Li Hua. This is a jasmine. It's about a jasmine flower, which really became so famous, you know, years and years after. You know, so here is this song for you guys. miss you, Tatya. So that is the song Molihua. It's a very beautiful song about a flower, a very famous jasmine flower, you know. Of course, now I'd like to go on with, of course, my favorite part, which is the ses session for this episode. Okay, so yeah, ses session. Okay. Okay. So, of course, I'd like to start off with, of course, a little bit about my story. Okay. So, I'd like to say that I am partly Chinese. Okay. I studied in a Chinese school, studied in China when I was in high school, and I was actually brought up with very good values and, of course, very good education. So, I'd like to show some pictures of of myself when I was in China. Direct, please flash the first picture. Okay, so this was me. This was actually around 2006. No, I'm in high school at the time, and mukhang sobrang batang bata pa talaga ako. And you can see how how innocent I am. No, pero anyway, that is actually one of the photos I took in my dormitory. No, that was around lunchtime. No, when I took that photo. And the next one was actually the next photo is actually a photo that I took because it was my birthday at the time. My friends and classmates actually gave me that stuffed toy and that like notebook, a wooden notebook, no. And you can see behind me, that was like the huge track and field area of the university that I was actually studying at. And you could see the students were doing some exercises, okay, because it was mandatory to have some exercises during the mornings, in during those times. No? And then also the third photo that I'll be flashing is actually one of my memorable pictures with a very prominent motivational speaker and Filipino-Chinese man, and that's Francis Kong. So I have his photo there with me as well. There, that was during 2019. It was the first Filipino-Chinese youth convention that I attended, and Francis Kong was the speaker. Okay, he was a very motivational speaker and a very, very kind-hearted man. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so of course, guys, I'd like to share this very important topic because kanina we were talking about the Filipino-Chinese to be very successful in business, okay? But of course, I'd like to highlight that, and of course, the other fields that some people might be at, no, employees, diba? So I'd like to share, no, some of the important traits that we can possess, no, whether you're Chinese or not, no, and sabi ni Maya kanina, it's a universal trait, no, that we can all possess, no. We just really need to be very much, talagang we just really need to embody, no, so that we could be successful in our respective fields. Okay, so of course, number one, I'd like to share the first trait. Okay, we're talking about traits here, and I'd like to name it the 3 P's, letter P. Okay, the first P, or the trait that I'd like to first mention, is passion. Okay, passion. All right, so since this is a passion show, itong pinako kong inuna. Okay, passion. Okay, because there's a Chinese proverb that goes like this. Okay, kan ihang ay ihang. So the Chinese proverb tells us that love whatever job one takes up. Because if you love your work, you will not only do it well, you will enjoy it. Okay. So, of course, it's a no-brainer that we have to have some heart towards our work, some heart towards our job. Because if we don't, then things will end up just, terribly. Diba? Parang kung saan we don't enjoy, diba? We're just, parang napipilitan na we have to work kasi we have to, we have to pay some bills, diba? But ibang usapan when we have some love towards our job or our work. So definitely, I'd really implore everyone and encourage everyone to find your passion, find what you love, Okay? Whether it be a job or if you want to go business, go for it. Okay? Find your passion, because times will come when you will meet difficulties or challenges. And when you find yourself in that challenge and you have that passion for your job or your work, it's just gonna be like it doesn't matter anymore, because I can do it, because gagawan ko ng paraan yan, at hindi ko hahayaan masira yung business ko, or I'll lose my job, because you love it, diba? So I'd like to really emphasize this. Number one, passion. Okay, just a bit of this. No, before I became an entrepreneur, and right now I was also that in the search for what exactly is my passion. No? Am I into government service? Because before I was a government worker, or am I going to be a part of am I going to be a singer? Diba? Ang dami kong mga naisip before na papasukan. But guys, you have to just really go search for the things that probably might really be your passion. Or if you already know it, diba? Just go for it, because you will be very successful in that. Okay? So number one, you have to really be passionate. Okay? Number two, the next P is persistence. Okay? You have to persist. Okay? Now, there's a Chinese proverb that goes like this. Okay? 只要功夫铁杵磨成针. It means to say that if you work hard enough, you can grind even an iron rod down into a needle. Okay? So, an iron rod, syempre, that's sobrang kung saan, it's unbreakable. Parang ang hirap niyan, i-break down, diba? But, this goes to show that if you have that persistence, no matter your roadblock, like, diba, last episode, we talked about mindset. No matter what your roadblock is, how big it is or how small it is, if you work hard and overcome that, you will be very successful in your job or in your business. So, times are tough right now. Mahirap ang buhay ngayon. But, always remember, just like what Maya said, sipag at tiyaga. Kailangan mong maging masipag. Kailangan mong if you have to really sacrifice, your time, diba? Go for it, because in the end, hard work will always pay off. Always remember that. Okay? So number two, persistence. Okay? Lastly, I'd like to emphasize this, because it is very much a trait that, mahirap mahirap siyang i-embody. We have to be patient, or patience, no? Somehow times we just right nowadays, but we like instant agad. Instant. We want to be gratified agad. We want to get to the results fast. But it's not an overnight story. When you want to be successful, it's not just overnight success na okay, tomorrow okay na, diba? It's gonna be a long journey towards success. But of course, you have to be patient. Do what you have to do, diba? Be patient towards, that process that you created. Consistently lang gawin mo yung mga yan. Then eventually, you'd see yourself getting to your results fast. Because it's very important that you embody that term called patience. So there is this Chinese proverb, puro Chinese proverbs tayo ngayon, because I like, wisdom from these important traits, no? And that is the Chinese proverb that goes like this: 不怕慢，就怕战. It means you should fear if you're just stagnant. Walang nangyayari sa'yo. Doon ka magkaroon ng worry. Kasi wala kang progress, wala nangyayari. There's no growth. You're that fixed mindset lang na guy na hanggang dito lang ako, gusto ko dito lang ako. You should keep yourself talaga growing. Diba? No matter how slowly you think you are moving towards your goal, it doesn't matter. As long as you are taking one step at a time, and as long as you're able to do one step at a time. So, with that, all of these traits, being said, always remember that success is very much possible. You just have to be passionate. You just have to be persistent, and you just have to be patient. And that alone will give you an idea how Chinese Filipino entrepreneurs like Henry C., John Gokongwei, or even the likes of Lucio Tan reached that peak of success already, and still kept moving forward because they have those three P's that I already have mentioned. Okay, so if you found value to this, please do think that keep that in mind, bear that in mind, and time to take some action. Your plans, go for it. List them down, write a process, and be very patient and work hard towards your goal. So thank you so much for another time that you have given this session. Thank you for listening, and back to you, to my partner, Kuya Ony.
Okay, maganda, Ses, ha? Maganda yung mga tips mo, ha? Mga traits na yan. Ako naman ganito. Siyempre, binigay mo na yung mga traits na kailangan meron tayo para magtagumpay sa negosyo. Naisip ko naman, bakit masarap magnegosyo? Di ba? Nakita natin yung mga relatives natin, sila Lucio Tan, sila nagnegosyo yan, sila Gokongwei, di ba? Nagnegosyo sila, yung mga uncle natin. So, bakit masarap magnegosyo? No? At gusto ko i-share ito, ha? Ito yung aking screen. Direct, Ses, nakikita mo na ba yung screen ko, Ses? Direct, nakikita na ba yung aking screen? Hello?
Okay na. Kita.
Okay. Sige, so ito, negosyo. So, bakit masarap magnegosyo? Number one, letter N. Masarap magnegosyo kasi, dali lang. Dito mo tayo siya. Yan. Pag nagnegosyo kayo, yung network nyo ay malawak. Di ba? Ako, nung nagnegosyo ko, marami akong nakilalang accountant, may nakilala kang mga engineer, may nakilala kang mga iba't ibang klaseng mga workers, no, na pwede makatulong sa negosyo mo. May nakilala kang mga mga bumbero, o mga gano'n. So marami kang makikilala pagka nagnegosyo ka. So yun ang letter N. No? Itong mga taong yan, magagamit, ibig sabihin, matutulungan kanila later in life. No? So palawakin ang inyong network. Letter E, earnings ay unli. Okay, siyempre, pagka may negosyo ka, ang earnings mo, hindi lang yung sweldo, di ba? Pag sweldo, fixed yan. Pero pag may negosyo ka, unli ang earnings mo. Kaya yumaman yung mga nabanggit natin kanina, mga Filipino-Chinese, dahil ang earnings nila, unli dahil sa negosyo. Letter G naman, letter G. You will get to learn new things. Totoo yan. Alam nyo, nung ako yung nagnegosyo, nalaman ko ang tungkol sa taxation, di ba? Nalaman ko kung paano kumuha ng mga resibo sa BIR, di ba? Kumuha ng mga permit sa barangay, sa City Hall. Marami ka talaga matututuhan, no? Pag kayo nagnegosyo. Letter O, oras ay flexible. Syempre, pag negosyante ka, hawak mo yung oras mo, di ba? Siyempre, kung ayaw mong magtrabaho, medyo tinatamad-tamad ka, pwede ka matulog, di ba? So, wala ka mga boss kasi. So, flexible ang oras. Letter S naman, sariling diskarte. Ito maganda dyan, di ba? Dahil wala kang boss, di ba, pagka may problema, ikaw magsosolve. Yun nga lang, di ba? Pero matututo ka dahil pag dumidiskarte ka na mag-isa. Letter Y, may yabang. Alam na, may pride, di ba? Yung pride dyan. Lalo na pag nagsasucceed ka, di ba? Kahit paano, aminin natin o hindi, masarap yung ganun, no? Na proud ka sa ginagawa mo, Yun yung letter Y. And lastly, you will have opportunities to help other people. Dahil siyempre, you will create jobs pagka negosyante ka. Hindi lang other people, but you're going to have opportunity to help the society, yung lipunan, di ba? Depende kung ano yung negosyong ginagawa mo. So, yan Okay, so balik na tayo. So, yun yung negosyo, tip ko, yun yung negosyo. Okay, so ngayon naman, may kikwento ko kasi, hindi ko alam, direct, makikita mo ba yung photo dyan? Yung photo ko, may kasama akong dalawang tao. Direct, nakikita mo ba yun? Meron akong photo, may kasama akong dalawang tao, isang lalaki, isang babae. May maganda akong kwento rito Ayan Yan. Siyempre, si Kuya Ony nasa gitna at may kasama akong dalawang Filipino-Chinese dyan. Ito mga uncle ko to. Okay. Hindi ko uncle. Pero yan po, yung nasa kanan ko na lalaki, yan po si Tony Tan Caktiong, ang may-ari ng Jollibee. Okay. Ito yung wife niya, yung kasama niya rito. I think mga 2008 ito no? Inimbitahan nila ako to perform, no, sa kanilang event. Sa kasama siyempre yung mga team niya sa Chowking, Red Ribbon, at iba pa niyang mga companies, ano. Siyempre Jollibee na ano, so nag-show ako. Pagkatapos mag-show, nagkaroon ako ng chance makipag-usap sa kanya, kay Tony Tan Cactiong, tsaka yung wife niya. Pauwi na ako nun, eh. So dala ko siyempre yung case ko, nandun yung mga puppets. Alam mo ba, nung pauwi na ako, sis, kinuha niya yung case ko, kinuha niya. Tapos, sinamahan niya ako sa pinto, siya pa nagbukas ng pinto, at sabi niya, hahatid niya pa raw ako ron sa 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 car park, kung saan ako nakapark, si Tony Tan Cactiong. Sabi ko, napakabait naman nitong tao na 'to. So, palagay ko isa rin sa mga traits, no, sis, no, yung pagiging meron silang, ano ba yung term natin diyan? Meron silang
There's no heart for other
may puso.
people.
Gano'n, no, sa ibang tao, di ba? So, hindi ko makakalimutan 'yan, no. So, Sir Tony Tan, baka mangangailangan ulit kayo ng performer, okay, ako'y ready. Okay, so kanina si Ses, merong shinare sa inyo na na kanta. Ako naisip ko, anong gagawin ko kaya? So, meron akong gustong i-share sa inyong awit, no? Itong awit na 'to, Ses, ay theme song ng isang Chinese film ni Jackie Chan. I think 2005. Ang title ng film niya ay The Myth. Ang title ng theme song ay Endless Love. No? It's a Chinese song na napakaganda talaga. So, ang ginawa ko, tinugtog ko ito gamit ang isang instrument na nagsimula sa China 12,000 years ago. 12,000 years ago, Ganon doon ang origin ng ocarina, yung gamit kong instrument. So Chinese yung instrument, Chinese yung kanta. Ako 1/6 Chinese lang, 1/16 Chinese. Okay, so pakinggan niyo itong Endless Love ni Jackie Chan, theme song ng pelikula ni Jackie Chan. Game direct. Ayan na, okay. Kinukuha na ni Direk yung kinukuha na ni Direk yung video. Ayan na. Okay, okay. So yun na yun, yun na. Ito yung instrument, sis, no? Ito yung ocarina. Chinese instrument to, no? 12,000 years ago ang origin nito. Medyo mahirap tugtugin. So,
Ang galing, ang galing. Actually, mahilig ako sa mga ganyan traditional mga yung mga instruments,
yeah,
mga Asian traditional instruments.
abay, one time. Sana mga next episodes natin tumugtog ka. Pwede.
Sige.
Nabanggit natin yung negosyo, di ba? Nabanggit natin yung negosyo, di ba? So, gusto natin invite yung mga audience natin na magnegosyo kayo. Of course, hindi natin sinasabi na huwag kayong mag-empleyado. Okay lang naman mag-empleyado, di ba? Siyempre.
Yeah.
Dahil kami ni sis, nag-empleyado rin kami. Pero, masarap magnegosyo, di ba, sis?
Correct. So, no matter, sabi ko nga sa'yo, Kuya Ony, di ba? And everybody watching this show, we really want to encourage everyone to, no matter what business or job, as long as you really have that passion. No matter what. Okay. Pero of course,
sige.
Pero kung gusto nyo magnegosyo, di ba? We are here, andito kami. You could let us know, connect with us. We could provide some tips for all of you, di ba? Or, possible na recommendations and kung ano bang negosyo more or less ang pwede, di ba?
Tama. So, comment lang kayo kahit nanonood kayo ng replay, di ba? Kasi marami nanonood sa atin sa replay. So, kung meron kayong questions tungkol sa negosyo, gusto nyo magnegosyo, hindi nyo alam kung anong negosyo gagawin, o kahit ano, no? At i-ano nyo lang, i-comment lang ninyo or PM us, no? PM us.
Yes. So, why not we mention yung ating mga social media, accounts, if ever they would like to connect with us, diba?
Tama. So ako sa FB, pwede nyo akong mahanap. Dalawa, okay. Ony Carcamo, o kaya yung aking stage name, si Ann Lim. Chinese yun, Chinese. Hindi. Joke lang si Ann, kaibigan natin si Ann. Joke lang yan. Ony Carcamo, yun lang hanapin ninyo.
Or, you could search my name, Princess Sanchez, aka Kim Chu.
Okay, Kim Chu naman.
Oy,
tama. Guess natin si Ann Lim, one time, dito. Si Ann, guess ka namin. Okay. So, yun. At speaking of negosyo, abay, kung gusto niyo magpagawa ng silhouette portraits, na paper portraits, abay, mrsilhouette.com lang pupuntahan ninyo. Ayun, yan ang isa sa mga negosyo ko naman. Si Ses, meron din yan si Ses eh. Ses.
So, of course, meron kaming negosyo, nagsasalamin, aluminum and glass business. Ito actually yung negosyo pa ng aking lolo na Chinese, since 1942 to, na na-establish. And until now, of course, through my mother's succession, it's still around. Kaya, sobrang proud ako to really promote this. And if you're looking for experience and high quality, what do you call this, outputs, we definitely have that, and search us via Facebook, the New Manila Glass Palace. You could also message me on Facebook directly if you want to inquire more on the services, etc. So
Okay. Sige, so how did you find our episode ngayon?
Well, magandang episode natin, because it took us a little bit on the history, on how it really transpired, the relations between the Filipino-Chinese, how it happened na naging negosyante ang mga Filipino-Chinese at naging magaling sila. Talagang nagkaroon ako ng idea. So, 'di ba? Parang isip ko tuloy, ibig sabihin, kayang-kaya ko rin maging next Gokongwei or next Henry C. Diba?
Pwede. Oo, yun. Sabi sa'yo, mga uncle ko yung mga yan.
So, magpatulong.
Kasi, di ba, ang pangalan ko, Ronaldo L. Carcamo eh. Yung L doon, Lucio yun eh. Lucio Tan eh.
Okay, so
Oh, tapos yung ano ko, yung aking initial, RLC. RLC ako. Yung si Ron, Henry C yun. Henry C.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So sige. So
So,
okay,
yun.
so tama
Yeah,
no.
yeah, sige.
So napaka-entertaining itong ating episode. Actually, alam mo yun, yung ang dami nating natutunan na kaka-overwhelm. And
Tama yan.
next time, invite natin ulit si May.
Oo, tama. So, next week ulit, magkita-kita ulit tayo sa Thursday. Okay, at kung ano topic natin, abay, malalaman nyo kung ano. So, yun. So, may gusto ka pa sabihin, sis, bago tayo magbabay.
Well, of course, I'd like to greet everyone. Singyan Kuala, Happy Chinese New Year. So, celebrated naman yan, di ba, all over the world. So, well, of course, I wish and pray for more prosperity be upon us all for this very special New Year. And, of course, di ba, good health, no? So,
Tama.
yeah.
Okay, sige. So, goodbye sa inyo. Happy New Year. Happy Chinese New Year. Again, this has been Kuya Ony Carcamo.
And this has been Princess Sanchez reminding you guys to focus on what excites you.
And be willing, siyempre, to take risk, no? And suffer. Okay?
Okay. And lastly, you relish the results. So till our next episode of our first season of the Passion Show.
Okay.
See you guys.
Maraming salamat. Okay.
God bless.
Bye-bye. Papansit muna ako.